And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Cody Parkey now, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Showing the power. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 62 yards on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now it's Tannehill. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and just like that, it's third down. Now they try the right side here. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. And the play clock's running down. Here we go on fourth. Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second. Brady to throw on second down. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. And they'll send out their punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And not the result they were hoping for there, at least in terms of the kick team, as that'll get out of bounds at just the 35-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The reception good for 7. It's third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And they'll go on the ground. And some room to work. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a handoff working right. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On first down, Tannehill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they're here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? On 3rd down, it's Walker. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. Second down and just 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights through and now a crease. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. And the back goes into motion. In motion goes the tight end. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And he's going to let it go deep. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And the tight end goes in motion left. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down here. Back across midfield, 3 yards away from midfield at the 47. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On 1st down, Brady connects with Sanu right side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now here's a carry heading left. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. And here now the offense heading back out there. The lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay, but in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Fast footwork by Sanders. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that'll make this a second down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now they'll throw with Brady. His throw caught right around the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Haloti Ngata able to use that strength and get him for a loss of 2. Second down now after the sack. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder, what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Leonard Williams in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Play clock winding down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. His throw caught right around the 6. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a second and goal. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Second and goal. Still a decent chunk of yardage here. They're on the 8. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up third and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is fourth and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And he motions the wide receiver. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first.